Hey everyone, how's it going? We are back today with the Chill Zone Zoo. This is a tundra zoo in Antarctica, and our goal is to put in all of the Arctic animals, or the tundra animals, that are available in the game. So today we are going to definitely get in a new species, definitely want to start expanding the zoo, but also want to go ahead and clean up the buildings that we've already put in, maybe build some enclosures around them so that they look a little bit better than they do now. We have right at $10,000 or right under $10,000, and our total profit is currently negative $5, but there we go, we've turned it around. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the game on pause for now, kind of trying to decide what our next animal is gonna be, and I know based on the Zoopedia list, if we sort by tundra, that we have several species to choose from. So we've got the Arctic fox, the Arctic wolf, the Dall sheep, Eurasian lynx, gray seal, grizzly bear, Himalayan brown bear, king penguin, moose, polar bear, red-crowned crane, reindeer, and timber wolf. So got quite a few to choose from. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of see what's available. I'm gonna remove the Dall sheep because we already put those in, but I'm gonna sort by the rest of them, kind of see what we can get. I want to see something with a higher appeal that's not like an insane amount of money right now to kind of help us start to bring in more appeal, so we'll have more guests coming in and we can raise our ticket prices a little bit and kind of start getting the zoo up off the ground. Most of these I have actually not ever had before. I've had the timber wolf, the reindeer, and the Dall sheep, and then the gray seal and the grizzly bear, and the Himalayan brown bear, but most of them are new to me, so should have a— oh, and I did put a polar bear in my last sandbox zoo. I kind of went crazy in my last sandbox with all of the animals that I haven't been able to ever afford before. Definitely like threw all of those in there just for fun. That's all of them. I am gonna sort by appeal, and wow, honestly, these aren't terrible prices. I don't want to tap into my conservation credits just yet though, and I'm not worried about having something as high appeal as like the gray seal. So if we can't manage that yet, then that's fine. But the Dall sheep, I believe, are even lower than the reindeer. I think they're under like 1,500 appeal. So just kind of want to get something a little bit higher than that. And it looks like we'll be good with pretty much any of these, honestly. So reindeer are coming in. I believe that our Dall sheep are like closer to 1,100 than like 1,200. So honestly, any of them would be an upgrade. We kind of started with the lowest. And I do like the wolves, but my issue with them is that they take so much room and shelter. So it can be kind of hard to manage their habitat, and they reproduce really well. They have like multiple cubs per mating event. So it just gets really hard to manage really fast. So let's go back to animal trading and see. I'm gonna actually sort by lowest appeal, I think. Yeah, so I don't think that I want reindeer. I think I want something a little bit higher. So, and then I just talked about why I don't really want wolves right now either. So let's see. I've never had these guys before. And I've never had moose before, and I've never had penguins before. But I'm thinking maybe these red-crowned cranes could be cool. I'm not very pleased with any of these cranes. I don't like to get anything that has like less than 50%. I could start with this guy and then see if we could get a better female at some point. Let's see, how many moose are required? What are their— see, the moose needs so much less land than the wolves. It's kind of crazy. And they can have up to 4, so 1 male, 3 females. So maybe we will start with moose instead. I like the cranes, but there weren't very many good cranes. So if I could start with some moose. So this one looks better overall. And I think we can afford 1 good male and 1 good female moose, probably. I know that they're a little bit of money, but... Are there any female moose? Yeah, here's one. She's not the best. Here's another one. She's also not the best. I just don't think I want to pay that much for her. And then what did the Zoopedia say? 1 to 4. So we could start with 1 and then look for a new female. So maybe we'll do that. So I think we're gonna go ahead and go on with the wood logs. And let's just get this enclosure built. I'm gonna make this part a staff path and add in a habitat gate, and we'll see how we need to adjust the size. Okay. So like that technically would work, but I don't like having the smallest enclosures. I like giving my animals lots of room. So I think what we might do is go ahead and put in a path on this grid, and we'll extend it out like 2 more maybe, like that. So maybe what I'll do is I'll actually bring it on up around here and see if this is any better. It's probably driving you guys crazy that this is like not straight, and it is me too, but at the same time I'm just gonna deal with it. Alright, there we go, and then we can just delete this little piece. And this should be a lot more room. Yeah, because as we get more... Let's see, for the moose... Yeah, so that's gonna be good even with... And they do need some water, so I'm glad that I made it that size, because then if we get the max, they still have enough. And I think this little area looks like a good spot for some water, so let's go ahead and do that. One trick I've noticed is that the depth of the water matters, so if you don't have as much area to put in like a nice big watering hole, making part of it deeper doesn't really affect the animals much. Like, they'll still swim in it either way, but it can help you in fulfilling that requirement when you just don't quite have enough land. So if you struggle with that, try it out and see if that helps you. You can just always push it deeper, and that should push up your meters squared, because obviously you're making the volume of the water more. So there's a little pond that should be big enough for them. We'll have to see once we get multiple in how much they actually need. But I think I am going to go ahead and add more paths, at least up to the end of this. Alright, and we'll go ahead and press play. Go ahead and drop in the moose. We can see if there's another female too while we're at it. I don't know how I feel about her. Oh look, we have our doll sheep about to mate. Cool, so maybe we'll have some babies coming in soon. So we should have the moose coming in soon. I need to check the water and see if it does not reach. Okay, so there we go. Now I can bring a staff path all along around the end here. And we might end up having to put like some buildings or something back here eventually. But for now, we need to for sure put a water treatment. I'm just gonna stick it at the end here. I know that's... Maybe I could put it more like here. No, I think I am gonna stick it at the end. I know that doesn't look the best, but if I end up wanting to put buildings here, I don't want to have this in the way by being over here. Okay. And then our moose has arrived. He is awesome looking, isn't he? I just can't believe the height requirement. You would think that he would just be able to kind of like walk over the fence, but guess not. Okay, so he has plenty of room, plenty of water. He needs some hard shelter, so that's something we can fix pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and filter this by moose. Maybe... I do like these New World shelters. They're really nice. I don't think that that's the overall style that the zoo is gonna go, but maybe for now. And it's a little bit less expensive too, which helps. And they're confident with humans, so I'm not too worried about like them not having the complete privacy. I feel like they'll be okay. I'm gonna move it forward a little bit in case somebody wants to get in the back here. Alright, and then as far as the rest of his habitat is concerned, I'll go ahead and press play because we should be happy enough for now. He's good with his hard shelter. We can always put in a bigger one as we get more. They can have a lot of coverage, that's nice. And then let's go ahead and drop in some of his enrichment items. Go ahead and get a large food tray. I just like to have the big ones. Put that right there. And then let's go to enrichment. We'll get some food enrichment. Love the little melon feeder. That's really cute. Put that right here. In this corner. Maybe a hanging grazing feeder back here. And let's see how he feels about his enrichment. So that's good enough for him. We'll have to see when more animals join in. Alright. Arctic theme. So, knowing my luck, now the Arctic habitat is probably available, isn't it? Yeah, it sure is. Wow, it's really expensive though. This one's on it. Wow. So this is the same amount of money as the New World, but look at how big it is. Oh my gosh. I think we're gonna stick with the New World for now, and then we'll update it if we do need more shelter. And let me move this tree because it kind of blocks. And I also need to get in, before I forget, I need to get in some donation boxes. So, let me pop it a couple of those around. And then I need to get everyone going on education for these guys as well. We started education for the doll sheep last time, but I think we might need to get in some more vets to do that. That's what we like to hear. We can raise the tickets from $3 each. Maybe 7. 7 and 5. Let's see if they're okay with that. We really need to get another female in though to make the moose even more appealing. Maybe when some of these others refresh. I'm pretty sure you can't have more than one male though. Alright, so now for the second part of the video, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some construction on these buildings. And okay, nice. We have the Arctic stuff now. So maybe I will do the Arctic and we'll go ahead and cover these guys up, get them looking nicer. And I need the, yeah, there's the 4 meter. So, as you can see, this part is like super simple. Like I said, I can't do anything else besides this. But if you're looking to learn how to build this isn't too bad. Okay, so you have to go to the... Oh, I love this. Okay. So maybe we'll do that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And then that. Oh man, I love this. Reminds me of Arendelle. Not sure if that's actually what they went for, but I see it. I love Disney movies, so I feel like that there was a lot of... It's not like an uncommon thing. A lot of people like Disney movies, even as adults. Nice. Okay, so that's one building finished. That's really cute. Now for our staff buildings, I don't know what style I want to go with. Maybe I'll use these ice block ones. This looks pretty cool. The icy stuff for the guests, or for the staff, and the actual themed Arctic stuff for the guest facilities. Okay. Man, that's just so easy. Can you flip around this way? Oop, except I need to make sure that I snap it to the building. Yeah, so if you've been afraid to build in this game, like I was, you can kind of see that it's not as hard as it might first seem to be. And it really does go far in making the buildings look really nice. So I don't regret learning how to do it, and I actually really enjoy this part of the process now. And this is just so easy and cost effective. You couldn't cover these buildings with the pre-constructed pieces for any less than what you can these. So I kind of want to do these gables here. Oh, it's gonna get dark for a second. Now, part of my problem is I might be getting over ambitious here because I build in The Sims a lot, and I'm pretty decent at it. I'm not the best, but sometimes when you move to a game like this where the building is not quite as intuitive, you can think you can do more than you actually can do. So trying not to have that happen. And then maybe we could go in with this pitched roof. Yeah, that looks nice. And then for the rest of these... Okay, maybe I do this. I am an engineer in real life, so I also try to keep that in mind and like not do the worst job ever, because that would look really bad on me if I couldn't figure out roofing and Planet Zoo as an engineer. Alright, and then I kind of want like a... I'd like to extend this until it ties in. I don't know if that's gonna be possible or not. No, doesn't look like it. Okay. So then maybe instead of the 1 meter, maybe I do the 2. Or I'm sorry, instead of the 2 meter, I do the 1 meter. Yeah. So it looks like our funds are rising a lot with the moose being added. Alright, here we go. I think this is going to be the solution. Because what I can do is I can pop 2 of these in. Yeah, and they tie in really nicely. Obviously this angle's not exactly the same, which kind of bothers me, but without being able to adjust them separately, I don't think we're going to get any better than that. Just know in real life that these angles would match. So. But with that being said, how do we then pitch the rest of these to match? Is it just... Yeah, it is just like that. Okay, cool. I like that because it gives the illusion of having more of a hipped roof, but if obviously we look at it from the top, it's gabled. I don't know that that like looks the best. It doesn't look the best. I don't know. I think I might just leave it like that for now. No need in stressing over it, that's for sure. It is my first time actually building roofs like this. If you saw my previous zoo, the first video I ever posted on this channel, you will see that I would just pop in flat roof pieces because I was kind of afraid of how different these were. So this is pretty good for me. There we go. Okay. So maybe not like the best. Really, I'm pleased with everything but this area right here. I wish we could have done something different there, but I don't really want to go back and change it now. But we have... Maybe we should go ahead and put this guy into. We can go to walls and do one of these arch tunnels. I find that these are super easy to pop on here, because you do that and then all you have to do is replace that with this and bam, you got it fixed. And honestly, I might just leave that one without a gable on it. It looks kind of like an igloo. I like it. And then let's see what that does. So that doesn't really help too much with the scenery. That's too bad. But I think it does make an impact on the negative impact. If you'll remember last time, we had this corner over here that was like over, but you can see by those barriers that now it's gone from here to about here. Yeah. Cool. So I actually like that icy look. It matches our paths. I think I want to change some of the paths a little bit. Make them a little bit less icy all the way around. So let's look at the different kinds of paths we have. I do like these log rounds and the tree bark. I think they would match this kind of Antarctic tundra feel pretty well. I also like the cobblestone. That could look very like Arendelian, I guess. So maybe we'll pop this in. That's kind of fun. Alright, and then we definitely need to get in some education boards. Let's urgently call our mechanic. When I start getting notes like that, that's when I know that I need to start hiring more staff. Oh, we have lots of moose to choose from now. Okay. This one's not the best, but I'm gonna go ahead and adopt her because she's really the best we've seen so far. So let me go ahead and send her in. Look at this guy. He's not even he's not even using his shelter. He's like, look guys, I'm just gonna pass out in the middle of the enclosure, thanks. That's really funny actually. But with that being said, let's work on this habitat a little bit. Maybe close out the video with that. Because we've gotten a lot accomplished today. Kind of improved our zoo a lot with the addition of this moose. And then fixing the enclosures on the facilities. So the hanging feeder is a big hit with these guys, huh? Wow, look at how big he is. I will never forget the first time I went into a Cabela's and saw a mounting of a moose, like a full-size mount, and it was down in like the little river walk section of the store, and he was just so incredibly big. I was like, oh my god, look at that animal. Because I ride horses, and I ride big horses. I ride horses that are taller than me. In fact, both of the horses that I've owned in my lifetime have been taller than me. I'm only 5'2", so it's not that hard to do. But they're slightly above average. And that moose was so big. It's just so big. It was kind of mind-blowing. So, kind of would like to ride one just to see what it's like, but don't think that's the best idea. I know they can also do quite a bit of damage. She's really looking at this barrier, isn't she? Can I help you, ma'am? Do you think this moose's name is Karen? Do you think she's waiting for a manager to walk by? And then now we will focus on some coverage for these guys. So let's get going with... I don't think I'm gonna add an aquatic, but I will do the rest of these and see what we can get done. Alright, I like these. These are pretty. Maybe we will put these... They say that they're sea hollies, so maybe we will kind of put them around the barrier here. One of these in the corner. Oh, those are nice and big. Alright, I'll pop one of those in there. I like the large azaleas and the large hydrangeas too. Looks like we're gonna have to get some more staff rooms in now that we've added a couple more staff. Okay. Wow. Some of these plants are just beautiful. They did such a great job with these. I like the poplars a lot. They can have a lot of coverage, so I'm gonna kind of go crazy with this enclosure. Can pop this back here maybe. Just give a little bit of interest as you look through. I like the bramble bush. I like putting bushes kind of under my trees. I like the caribou moss. Again, under the trees. I'm actually gonna pause the game for now, because I'm getting a lot of those kind of notifications about the staff facilities, which I knew would happen. That's part of why I added in this area, so that we could pop in some more if we needed them. But, like I said, I was kind of waiting until it was necessary and we had a little bit more money to spare, so... These trees are great. I like putting in all different sizes and shapes of trees. I think it kind of helps break up the monotony, make the habitat look interesting and different. Yeah. Also want to give them a little bit of terrain like I've done in the other enclosure. Don't think they need bamboo. I do love the holly trees. Sometimes it's nice to have a little guy, maybe like right there. Yeah, here's the hydrangea. I think the hydrangeas are just beautiful. Love the purple flowers. I had hydrangeas in my wedding bouquet, so a little partial to them. They are my mother-in-law's favorite flower as well, so. I do like the ivy. We only need like the, yeah, like the 2 meter though, but maybe we can pop some of that in. I know it kind of is counterintuitive to pop it in along the glass, but you can still kind of see through it. Really, it's just the kids that can't see through there, and not many people are coming over here anyways, so. I really like this thing too. Alright. Might just pop in a couple of these long, skinny ones to kind of finish off this area. Alright, well, here's the progress that we made today. We got moose, a male and a female, a bull and a cow, as they're called. We filled in their enclosure. We covered up some of these staff facilities, and then we covered up the guest facilities. Kind of got the Arctic theme going, so nice big like Dutch style here, and then we went with the ice block style for the staff facilities. We got some weird clipping going on there, that's interesting. Yeah, I covered up this little guy in the back here. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any tips or requests for the next animals, I'll go ahead and filter again so you guys can see. Arctic fox, Arctic wolf, we already have the Dall sheep, Eurasian lynx, the gray seal, the grizzly bear, the Himalayan brown bear, the king penguin. We just put the moose in, the polar bear, the red-crowned crane, the reindeer, and the timber wolf. So I don't know what you guys would like to see next, but our goal is to put in all of those animals. Also, if you have some recommendations on where we should take the zoo, which way it should go. We'll also be adding in some more staff facilities next time. But let me know what you guys would like to see from the zoo. I really appreciate you watching, and please feel free to like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. I've really been having a fun time with this zoo, and I look forward to continuing to grow it. We're trying to get to 5 stars in the franchise mode, so we're at almost 2 stars right now. So definitely needs some work, definitely needs some more staff facilities and guest facilities, but we're getting there. That's something we can start to add. We've really increased our financials today. We doubled them. So we are well on our way. And like I said, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye everyone.